live from Bedford Stuyvesant, the livest one.
Y'all know what it is, man. Y'all know who it is. It is the morning run. Big Dog Chico, yours truly, Uncle Neely. Lots and lots to discuss today, including our special guest, Coach Dr. Malcolm Jones. Chico, spring ball is over, but it ain't over for the morning run. We got a lot to talk about. Let's get it.
Gia. It's the biggest and the baddest. It's the morning run. TMR live coming to you right here on the pregame network. UNK Chico. Shout out to my haters in the back. Appreciate y'all. And we're gonna come and bring y'all something a little bit different today. We got a special guest joining us, Dr. Malcolm Jones II. We're gonna get into that. We got things to address with Coach Prime, Colorado Buffaloes football, give a recap of the spring game and everything else that we can cover that y'all get in the chat, talk about. And we'll make sure we address all members and super chats on the show live. Uncle Neely, what's up with shaking? Potato chips or is it bacon this morning?
Man, I ain't had neither this morning, but when I get done with this show, it's gonna be potato chip time. We gonna shake the bag. Chico, here's what you got to do. You got to shake the bag and then open the bag from the bottom. The bottom is where the flavor is, Chico. All the shipping and packaging they do, the flavor falls to the bottom. And I know you know about the bottom, Chico, and the flavor because you was in the hospital last December. Chico, y'all check in the chat. Let us know where you're checking in from.
That's a lie.
Y'all know how we do it, how it goes down. Put in where you're checking in from. Before we bring on our special guest, got to recap a little spring ball in Colorado with Coach Prime. Chico, 15 practices done. What an exceptional spring game took place. What exceptional coverage by the big dog himself, along with yours truly. What were your takeaways, Chico, from the culmination of spring ball?
Oh, man, had a lot of takeaways from that. First of all, I start with the run game and just the mindset and mentality, and also Coach Marion, just showing that we're going to be running the ball this year, dog. It's our MO. It's going to be essential to the success of this offense. So you have a two-back system. You have a huge competition back there with like 4 or 5 guys that can really run the bars. Coach Prime said in the press conference, we got to find out who those 2 guys are going to be. And so, with that assertiveness and showing that commitment to the run, I was really happy to see that. The offensive line looked like some big bruisers, wide receivers are all explosive. I take away from it that the offense can score from any position on the field, like Coach Marion said. And he said he was going to come out there and be vanilla, but we saw some things that would be, what is it, Neapolitan or Cosmopolitan? What you called it last week?
You only gonna eat the brown part, so it don't matter.
Yeah, that'll make it look like the offense is definitely that, man, or butternut cream or something like that, because it got different flavors up in that thing.
You would go
that's
butternut.
Gonna be, butternut was more for you to jump on that. But the main thing is, though, this offense is explosive. Defense can fly around. They got guys who can make plays, especially in the defensive backfield. I like what I saw from the linebackers. Defensive line was stout, even though I felt like they were a little bit thin. Might be able to add a couple of guys there, but for the most part, I was very enthused and excited about what I saw, and to hear people like Goldberg, and all the other coaches and parents that we interviewed during our coverage, how excited they were from what they've seen from the eye test and being around the program. I think the arrow is pointing up, as Uncle Neely would say.
Yeah, I concur with all of it, man. I thought that it was, even though Coach Marion, offense coordinator, told us he was going to run it vanilla because we do have a game against Georgia Tech coming up. I thought that you got a good look at what this offense is capable of, and you got a good look at what the defense is capable of. The game ended on a defensive takeaway.
Exactly.
An exceptional break on the ball by one of the young DBs. So
Mojo
I thought that, man, the coverage was great. The production was great. It gave you an indication of what these 2 coordinators, and again, I'm going to keep on saying it. This is the only team in the Power 4, which was previously the Power 5, where you have a black head coach and both coordinators are black. And I think that you can see like a renewed energy, a sense of urgency, a sense of passion and instruction. And I saw that all unfold in the spring game. I think that, people need to also understand the portal has a date where it closes for you to get in it, but there is no expiration to get out of it. And so, we're, rest in peace to Dom. You're down one quarterback. So I look to add a quarterback this summer. And you're probably going to have some D tackles come in as well. And I wouldn't be surprised if Prime, looks in the DB market too, just to strengthen up and have some more depth there. But football, as far as spring goes, is behind us. A couple of more weeks of working out while school is in. Then you take a break for May and you come back for June and July and strength and conditioning, summer 1 and summer 2, as we call it. But August 1st will be here for Chico. And then once again, it truly is football time in America.
Yes, indeed. And it's not time to take off if you're a player that has been working all spring to get in the best shape of your life. Now it's time to accelerate. You know what I mean? Put the pedal to the metal a little bit. We saw a couple of players do that last season. They looked the best, going into the season that we've seen them before, making those body changes. So just continue to stay on the regimen that you've been on. I remember my coach used to say, we got some that need to lose some, gain some, and maintain some. Know where you are on that spectrum and put in the work to be ready by August. So
he had another category for you, didn't he? We got some need to find something else to do. Chico, we got to check it in from all over, man. Boston, Mass is in the house. Chicago is in the house. Georgia is in the building. Man, we appreciate y'all being with us on the morning run. Austin, Texas in the building. Chico, let's go ahead and get ready to bring on that special guest we got today. We got some other stuff at the end of the show. We got a brother, man, my homeboy, straight out of Jackson, Mississippi. Coach, had playing career down there at Alcorn. I'm trying not to mention that too much. Has had a successful career in coaching young men in high school ball. And he has penned a book that talks about the pitfalls, Chico, of how athletics sometimes lets the players down, and we got to do a better job of the system. We got my man. I know him as Mike.
My
main man, Coach Malcolm Jones, with us today.
What up, Coach?
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
The good doctor, Dr. Malcolm Jones.
Hey, brother, how you doing, man? I see you started off on the wrong foot, dog, in Alcorn, and we understand where that comes from.
Well, y'all have a nice little run in your day. In your day.
We can get right into it if you want to, Uncle. Let's go ahead and get started, man. We got something special going on right here. And this one right here can hit home for a lot of athletes out there. Can we go ahead and get an introduction, first of all, Doctor? Let them know, your background, how you started, where you come from, and everything of that nature.
Well, I'm originally from Jackson, Mississippi, like Chris said. Of course, I started playing football at a young age, and I was able to get good enough to get a scholarship and transition on to Alcorn State, where I had a successful career, got quite a bit of notoriety, and the injury struck. And I went from being a high-tier athlete to just basically an average athlete on the field. So I coached over 19 years and mentored and molded a lot of young men, and I've seen a lot of things. And I just started writing about my life and this story because I wanted it to help somebody. I want my story to impact some lives and influence some lives in a positive way. And the title is what it is, and you can cheat. You can be cheated in two ways. You can cheat yourself, and you can allow the system to cheat you as well.
That's right.
Man, love that, Coach. I'm gonna go back a little, deeper on your playing days, because I remember. Look, Chico, let me tell you something about this brother. He played down there, Alcorn, Donald Driver, Steve McNair. I mean, they were rolling, right? And Jack State, man, we'd be right there with them. And this joker, special teams, man, how do you get back there and block an extra point like 3 times in one game? Man, what the hell is going on? He used to pitch me out so bad, Chico. Because one, we never could catch McNair. Then we got him on defense.
Oh, my God.
Breaking shot. And then, like you said, his injury curve. Mike, what was it like for you, performing at that high caliber, going through the process, whether it's trying to get a red shirt medical because the rules are so different then, and then just having to say, okay, now it's time for me to transition into something else athletically versus playing the game.
So just starting with the injury, man. So I started 2 years, had 2 great years And going into my junior year, the injury struck. I was preseason All-American, preseason All-Conference. I probably had one of the best off seasons I'd ever had. I was the biggest and strongest and fastest that I'd ever been. And just being transparent, my injury was not a on the field injury. It was an off the field injury. Actually, and I talk about it in that book, during summer school, a couple of friends and I, teammates and I, we used to drink a lot, just being transparent, drinking alcohol, ended up getting into an altercation, which I started. And the guy picked me up and slammed me on the concrete dormitory floor. I ended up rupturing 2 discs in my L4 and L5, so it affected my left leg. And that was a serious collapse for me because I viewed myself as a football player. That's who I was. I thought I was the man. And that was my total identity. Chris, you're familiar with my parents, my dad, the expectations and the standards they set for me academically. I graduated 3rd in my class. But as I began to rise in the football world in college, at one time I was ranked the number 7 DB in the country, big schools, small schools, or whatever. And when that injury happened, man, you get a chance to see what people value you for. And I couldn't produce anymore, so people treated me different. Coaches, fans, once I moved away from the playing stage, I was treated quite differently. So it was an identity collapse. I had to find myself. In the height of my career, I'm like, man, I'm not going to class. They'll fix it. I'm worried about, I'm putting in all this time before practice, doing practice, after practice. And I'm saying to myself, I am going to the league. And at that time at HBCUs, people were still getting drafted. And think about who I played with: Torrance Small, C.C. Tillman, John Theory, Donald Driver. All these people got drafted. I was just as good. And it didn't happen because of poor decisions off of the field.
My God.
Love that brutal lines. Chico?
I was sitting here listening like I'm reading the book right there, man. Like I listen to the audio book because that's cold-blooded right there. First of all, like, what inspired you to write Cheetah and name it Cheetah? Because people can, hear about it, I think relationships, but there's a connection with sports and relationship and all of that in life. Well,
one thing I think about is allowing the standards that my parents set for me, allowing me to drop that standard, doing just enough to get by in classes, going to classes when I felt like it. But I wasn't going to miss practice. I was going to be there early and I was going to stay late. And I was not putting the same energy into my academics as I was into my education. So I cheated myself. But the saving factor for me was my parents would not let up on me. They made sure that I finished my first degree, and then I got a second, a master's from Alcorn State. And if it wasn't for them, I could be just like the other athletes that go to college and play for 5 years and leave there without graduating. So I cheated myself in one sense, but I also get to observe other players that came through, whether it be Alcorn, other colleges. They play 4 years and they leave there without a degree. And I just thought about that. What systems do we have in place to ensure that kids come there to get what they came to get? Yeah, it's a deal, and there's some responsibility on the players' part, but what is the system doing to hold them accountable to make sure that they get what they're supposed to get? Are we sitting down having check-ins with these kids to make sure that they're on track? There's a responsibility, because college football is $1 billion business. And you mean to tell me that they're making all of this money and we can't hire a coach, or we can't have somebody that tracks these kids and connects them with advisors that can figure out what degree we need to get so we can get a job when we're finished? Because if you understand the data like I understand the data, 98% of people that play ball will not go pro. It's like 2%. So if we have those numbers, with all this money flowing through college football, we should be smart enough to utilize some monies or funding to ensure that kids come through and get real degrees. And I'm not talking about general studies, and I know I'll catch some flack from this, but they cluster these kids into these weak majors who they have an agreement with professors, and they're going to pass them. And they leave there with a general studies degree. I've had several people that have sat across from me trying to get jobs in the education field, and it's nothing that we can do to help them because they don't have a real degree. So I feel like that is cheating kids or cheating athletes. You know, I think there needs to be some accountability on, hey, when these kids come through your program, what happens 5 years later? Did they get a degree from your place that they got a job with? So once again, you know, I'm not a bitter athlete, and I take responsibility for my actions and my behavior. I cheated myself, and in some ways I was cheated by the system.
Yes.
I want to circle back on something, Mike, before we truly deep dive into the book, because you mentioned your parents, and full disclosure, I see some in the chat saying, who the hell is Chris? Chris is me. And if you call me Chris, you've been knowing me all my damn life. And so me and Mike grew up together. So that's me. But primary to that, Mike, man, when you mentioned your dad, rest in peace, your mom, Miss Angie, like you talk about like neighborhood parents, like who looked after everybody. And Chico, let me tell you like the connector in this. We've had JJ, the comedian, on the show before. And it was me and JJ in Mr. Jones' math class where Mr. Jones said, look, if you're going to crack this many jokes, do it for a living. Be serious about it and make it a career. Like I can't remember anything he taught me in math, but you talk about a brother who was in education who made sure all his students knew about life lessons. Like he would talk to us about, you know, how to purchase a house and how to hold on to property, what to do at the ATM. You know, I mean, just everything you could think of. So I just want to give a shout out, man, to your parents who just mean the world to me. And I know they were pouring into you and the entire community over in West Jackson. But I want to, before we get to the book part, there's a pivot between playing ball at Alcorn and the book where you became a high school coach. What was it about that process that said, you know, I'm going to give back this way, could no longer do it on the field, but let me go into education and coach young men directly myself?
So first of all, let's take it back to my dad. As I was in grad school, he told me, hey, son, you need to get some courses, some education courses, just in case you want to teach. And I did not want to teach. My dad, in my opinion, was always broke. Every time I asked him for some money, he would say, man, I don't have no money. Ask your mom. So I didn't want to teach, but I ended up getting my certification. And once I got my certification, I moved to Memphis, Tennessee, and I started interacting. Are we still there?
Yeah, we're here. Go ahead.
Yeah, I started interacting with the student athletes, man, and I saw the need for guidance. A lot of those kids that I was interacting with in those high needs areas, man, they really needed some guidance and some discipline, some work ethic. It really pulled me in. And once I began to coach, you know, my first year I was an assistant, and I was able to, you know, get an early head coaching job opportunity. But before that, man, you know, I just got to observe coaches just using kids, just allowing them to play, not holding them accountable for how they conducted themselves in the building, not holding them accountable for grades, and not talking about anything outside of athletics. And the first thing that I said to myself, I will not be that coach. And from that point, every program that I was in, you know, we set a standard for behavior and work ethic and grades, biweekly checks to try to push those kids in a way that they would have a career after ball.
Love that. And then, you know, coaching in Memphis, came back, coached in Mississippi, down in South Mississippi, Macomb area. You know, strong high school coaching career, and went on and got that PhD on their ass.
And Chris, that's something that I never planned on doing. Actually, I did it to keep myself out of trouble, and I had gotten bored. My dad had passed, and my life was kind of spiraling. I went through a divorce, and I said, man, I need to do something to keep myself occupied. And I started, and before my dad died, I'd gotten my specialist from Mississippi College, and you know my dad, you know how he is, you know how he talks. And he was like, how many courses would it take for you to get your doctorate? I said, about 11 or so, Dad. And I was like, I don't want that. And he was like, son, you can't be that stupid. If I had that few courses to get my doctorate, I definitely would be doing it. So I went ahead and honored his wishes after him passing and got it, man.
Yeah, I love that. So talk to me about the moment with all that you just mentioned, sitting around the crib, maybe on the lake fishing, maybe driving down I-55. I don't know where you are, but some just said to you, I'm going to write a damn book.
Actually, educators, we get these holidays, these long holidays. You'll get a week for Thanksgiving. You'll get 2 weeks for Christmas. And I don't really get the summer off. But I was just sitting around, man, and I just started pecking on the computer and typing my story. I went all the way back to the Jackson days. I grew up watching Jackson State football. That's what really inspired me to play football. And once I started, I said, this book needs some research. It needs some more teeth to it. Your story alone is not enough. And I began to research and jump down a rabbit hole. And I think I've got a work that can help parents. It can help coaches. It can help athletes change their mindsets in order to make sure that they're successful at the end when they take their jersey off.
Yeah, because that jersey is going to come off, man. And it comes off way sooner than you think. Like you sitting there a freshman, you saying, I got time. I'm a sophomore, I got time. I'm a junior, I got time. Me and Chico just interviewed some guys at Coach Prime spring game, and the first thing they said is, man, to go by fast. Like you don't see the end coming.
Yeah. And that's why it's critical and it's important that athletes are developing themselves along the way while you're playing ball. Don't wait to the end, the whole way. And I'll go all the way back to Little League, and I'm talking to parents. Parents, stop being your kids' fans, hold them accountable, hold high standards for academics, and make sure that they're putting the same energy into those academics and developing themselves and developing their minds so that when the game stops, I can transition smoothly into society. That's very important. And this book is more so for parents than anybody. I want my story to help them. Because if the X factor between why I'm sitting here being called Dr. Jones is my parents. The parents are so important. You cannot be their friend. You cannot be their fan. You have to hold them accountable and push them. And that's just like me now. I want somebody that's going to give me some feedback. I don't want a lot of yes men around me. I want somebody to push me to the next level, And don't celebrate me. I'm good. I don't need all of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's extraordinary, man. When you look at what you think is missing in college football as a whole, you have some coaches, like a Coach Prime, for instance. He has 3 people on his staff who are leadership development coaches who coach more than just football, because he understands, like you said, Doc, 98% ain't going pro.
That's right.
We got to do something for the majority of this room. So he'll have in, firefighters, military speakers, engineers, whatever your case may be, because you got to find something else to do when this sun sets. One of the challenges, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, is compared to your day of playing, people are actually making money playing football now in college. Mm-hmm. And what is done from my vantage point, it sets up even deeper cliff to fall off, because you don't see systematic training for that money right now and how to keep it. And so you go from not having something to nothing immediately.
So I wrote about the NIL and the transfer portal in the book. And I don't want to give too many details, but this is my thoughts about this. You're giving a kid a large sum of money and you're not giving him any financial training. No financial literacy. You're setting him up to fail. I know if I got $1 million at that age, I was going to buy some cars, some liquor, We're gonna party, some
If
clothes.
you had $1 million, we're gonna buy berries.
That's right, exactly. So I would be wilding out.
Yeah.
You have to give these kids some direction. And not only that, I think some things need to be put in place. And Lord knows, I don't think politicians should get involved. We need to do this ourselves, the athletic community, not the president. But we need to put some things in place where if you get $1 million, you have to invest a certain amount of that money, and you can get that money when you're 30 or 40 years old in some safe investments. You see what I'm saying? Put some back. Don't allow them to spend all that money. You need to give them some financial literacy. In turn, but there need to be some type of guardrails. There has to be some adjustments, and those are just some of my thoughts.
Yeah. Yeah. And, it's a lot of it is leadership, Dr. Jones, because, again, I used the prime example. He has not only financial literacy, for his players. A lot of the coaches, have gone from, say, making $75K as a high school head coach to now $450 as a collegiate, coach. And he makes sure that they have the proper connections. So, all right, now, how do you keep this windfall to work for you after this? But from a system standpoint, there are no mandates for it. And so talk to us about how individual coaching leadership, because you talk about speaking to the parents, how do we get more coaches to embrace this mindset and say, I'm going to do it in my program, even if the NCAA doesn't mandate?
Chris, I have some thoughts about that now. The first thing, you have to care. You have to humanly care about the next individual. Anybody that I'm in contact with, I want to impact them and influence them in a positive way. Anybody that I deal with. So with that being said, I have to care enough about you to educate you, to pour something into you. And that's what it comes down to. I think it comes down to moral fiber. You have to care.
Yeah. Simple as that.
Because some coaches have the mindset, they see you as a tool, and I'm going to use you. And when your capacity has vanished and you can't help me anymore, I could care less. And that's what I'm talking about, the cheated part. I'm going to put you in these general studies classes and keep you eligible and not prepare you for a career. And after you become lose your eligibility, I'm done with you. I'm going to pat you on the back and laugh at you and say, I care. They tell you all the while you're playing, oh, I love you, I care for you. They laugh with you and joke with you. I've been on staffs, man, where they coach these seniors, and the last time that they play, the coaches don't talk to them anymore. I've seen it.
So the deuce is like Chris Brown.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's a real thing. It comes down to moral fiber. And also, one thing about it, when you close your eyes, and you're not here anymore, you're gonna have a legacy, and they're not gonna lie about it. What do you want your legacy to be? How many people have you influenced? How many people have you impacted? How many people's lives have you changed?
Wow,
that's the question. When I close my eyes, I'm gonna be at peace, because everybody that I come in contact, if I can't help you, I'll get away from you.
Chico, you're the former player at UAB. You play ball pro as well. Speak on it, man.
Nah, he's speaking nothing but the truth, dog.
I know.
I've been over here testifying the whole time. But listen, I was watching last night, one of the colleges, how it's set up, and salute to Coach Prime also. Like you said, like Neely pointed out, all the people that's on staff that's in place for the lifestyle, for the athletes, to understand life and making these decisions and things of that nature. I saw just last night, one school had to where all of the food that they're being served, the players can go behind and work with the chefs to learn how to prepare those foods. Lifestyle skills that translate past football is what I like, and exactly what you're saying right here too. Don't cheat yourself, and don't allow them to cheat you by putting you and you accepting softball classes, so to speak, things of that nature. That's not going to get you anywhere, dog. And I raised my hand on that. That I had to learn the hard way. I want to take softballs to make sure that I'm putting all my energy into football instead of a class. Man, you can push yourself, You can challenge yourself. You can take these classes that's going to actually help you beyond football as opposed to taking softball.
And
So that's what
I
this
talk
book is.
about it in the book, and I won't name the university here, but you had a university for 18 years that had some paper courses to keep players eligible.
Yeah, that was the quote. That was the term for it right there. The paper courses. Yeah,
Come on, man.
I heard that too.
So the system, once again, cheating kids.
Yeah, and that's like damn near the standard from what I've seen across the board. A lot of places where they'll do just that. And they tell you when you're coming in, hey, we're gonna have you set up like this. We'll do you like this. You pass these classes.
So hey, it's time for the national conversation. Let's take the cover off of it and let's talk about what's really happening. And that's what this book is going to do. I'm going to tell the truth. Let's have it.
You not only coach, PhD, played, wrote this book. You're a parent as well.
Yes.
What? And I know we're gonna let them know where to find the book and how to find the book. And I know we can't give the whole book away.
Right.
But how do we, as a parent, in this recruitment process, particularly with NIL being the tip of the spear now, we're just gonna throw money at you versus have couch conversations like we used to do at recruiting visits. What should parents look for? What should parents ask? How do you know if a coach cares?
Well, I'll tell you I can tell you this from my recruitment process. Man, after you sign that paperwork, you meet a different person.
What? I wish I had a.
So you can peep it out quick, man. They smile and laugh with you before they sign you, and then it's a new ball game. And I've seen it from being a coach. I've seen it from being a player. And it's just like life, Neely. You have to watch people's actions. You can tell me all day that you love me and you care about me and you want the best for me. But all I got to do is sit back and watch you. If you pushing me down general studies, you can't care too much for me.
That's right.
Chico.
Yeah.
What do I always say is the best indicator of future performance?
Past performance.
Past performance is the number one indicator of future performance.
Yeah.
If you want to convince me you care, show me somebody you cared about and how they ended up.
That's right.
And when I look at Dawn Staley and all that she's doing, and she's still making her girls graduate. And I look at it.
I'm a Dawn Staley fan. I love it.
Hey man, hold on. Hey Dawn.
Hey man, don't play. Dawn over here, Dawn.
She don't want to come on camera.
Yeah, I call her Coach.
When I look at Coach Prime, and in the 4 years he's been there, 3 of those years, the football team has had the highest GPA it's ever had.
Good stuff.
The guys who come in to graduate. And I'm talking about they major in engineering. Because he makes sure when we travel on the road, the professors go, the teachers go, like, dog, like y'all don't understand. Not only 98% of y'all not gonna play pro ball, the 2% that go play ain't gonna play for 4 years.
That's right. 3.5 to be exact.
Yeah. That's why they got the pension set at 6. Like they don't
But Chris, you said something so important there. When the coach sets the standard that it's important for you to develop yourself beyond the game, then it's important. And once again, that goes back to the moral fiber of the person, the leader. You have some people that lead these programs that have low moral fiber.
Let me talk to you about some moral fiber, because I got a surprise for you, Dr. Jones.
Come on with it.
Because I work with in Colorado, that you work with in Melrose in Memphis.
That's right.
Coach Kenny Ingram, come on this thing, man.
He in the back? Oh, snap.
Yeah, let him in, Chico.
I didn't know.
Right. What's up, baby? What's happening with your boy?
Mike.
But you know I can't call it, man. How you doing, man?
Hey, baby. Hey, I'm just glad to see you always laying on your feet.
Man, listen. Hey, God, man, he take care of foods and papers, man. He take care of me for a long time.
Hey, Neely, that's a good brother there. Now, you talk about moral fiber and love kids and gonna do what's best for kids, bro. That's him, as they say.
I can't wait to have Coach Ingram on the show, but when you and I were talking last week and you mentioned his name, the vibe that me and I feel like I've been knowing him 20 years, ain't known but 6 weeks. And I said, Ken, Coach Ingram, man, we family, man. Mike, you know Mike. He's like, yeah, man, we was getting Melrose, the D coordinator. I said, man, look, we're gonna have Mike on the show. You got to come on, surprise him, man.
All good. Good to
And
see
man,
you.
couldn't wait to be here. Couldn't wait to be here, man. I'm talking like one of the people I genuinely love and respect in life. I was like, dog, I couldn't wait to be here. As soon as he said, I lit up. I was like, yeah, no, most definitely. Most definitely,
Coach
man.
Jones done dropped a book, and we're talking about stewardship and leadership and coaches genuinely caring. When y'all work together at Melrose in Memphis, man, what were some of the takeaways you had from your time with him?
Man, listen, just the first thing is, let me just tell you about a genuine person who wants to do best. Because I told you about the situation, man. We coming in, he didn't know me. He didn't know me from Adam. You know what I'm saying? And didn't have to take me to be his coordinator. Didn't have to none of that, man. Man, took me to be his coordinator. Man, work with me. Man, listen, just a genuine good dude, genuine good person who, man, and my genuine good person who love us, love our community, love our people, man. Want to see our community grow, man. Come from, man, Jackson, man. And in the place we was coaching, Watson Hall. Out at Treadwell, which was another situation. Man, he had just been doing what he had seen his parents do. Man, what his family and his life doing, man, just pouring into kids, man. So I got a chance to watch him. He had been doing it longer than I had been doing it at that time, man. And so I just got a chance to pay attention and watch him, man. I got a chance to learn from the principles and the goals that his family had put into him. Man, so I'm seeing him live out the Jones legacy that was, man, from dealing with kids, from man, just streaming in life. Because his dad had owned this. It was just the first time that I started thinking, okay, man, I gotta be able to be diverse, to diversify my incomes. His dad had the man, I was trying to hold him, man, keep from sneezing, man. I was trying to hold him. But his dad had, man, the cleaning business. And, man, he was giving me game on that. He was giving me game on everything, man. It's a lot of things I learned from him. It's a lot of things I took from him, not just in football, but just in life. Took from his family. Man, so he's been a tremendous blessing to me.
Man, Coach, appreciate that. Like I said, we're gonna definitely have you on the morning run this off season. But I wanted to bring you on a quick surprise to your man, Coach Jones. And for those of y'all who don't know, Kenny Ingram is a defensive line coach there with Big Pun in Colorado, and it's just a small world. Can't wait to see some of the stories on how him and Coach Prime connected. But small world, man. Two blessed brothers who work together in the hood, teaching our young brothers how to come up. And Kenny Ingram is now out there in Colorado. And so just wanted to make sure him and Mike got to connect on here live.
Love you, boy.
Man, most definitely. Love you too, boy. All right, man.
Coach, that's your former DC.
Yeah, man. Hey, we had some good times. You talk about Melrose and some high quality football and athletes. You had guys come out of Melrose and play all over the country, Tennessee, Kentucky, and in the league, quite a few of them, Alabama. So we had some good kids that come out of there, man.
Yeah, I know you didn't know he was coming on, man, but when you said more of 5, I was like, this is the perfect time to let him know to come on, because both of y'all are high character guys. And what I love about the approach is you own up to the things that you wish you would have, could have, should have done better. Use those as life lessons, but you also don't adjust the standard to no BS. It's like this is how we're gonna operate. You either with it or you ain't.
Yeah, and that's real simple. One of my best players at Macomb ended up playing for the Ravens, Baltimore Ravens, linebacker. This kid could run. He was about 6'1", about 220, ran a 4.340. If he ever picked anything off, he was going to the house. He could play running back, pick up a fumble, but he could absolutely play. But before I got there, man, this kid was allowed to do whatever. If he got in trouble, the coaches got him out of trouble. They never held him accountable for his behavior. And I put him off the team. And I was like, man, if you can't follow these standards and meet these standards, you're not going. This talent isn't going to take you anywhere anyway. Mm-hmm. And if you're not going to be serious about these academics, I don't need you. So it's very important, man, that you build kids and you pour into kids and you hold them accountable, man, because there's going to be a time where we'll all be held accountable for how we operate.
The time coming sooner too. But Coach, here's the reality. And again, it's back to that question of moral fiber, character. Do you really care? It's not a lot of coaches going to look a guy that can run a 4.3 in the face and say, I'm benching you this week, or you off the team.
Yeah. But you know what? In one instance with that particular young man, he ended up doing well. I put him off the team. He came back the next year. And I just asked one of the coaches, I was like, man, how is such and such doing? He's like, Coach, he's one of the best kids that you could ever be involved with, because you had to break that undisciplined spirit. And, I just had to give him game. And a lot of times what our kids need is somebody to talk to them. Instead of going in this class, man, and raising hell, you got to go in here and tell her, hey, Miss such and such, that's a beautiful dress you have on. What can I do to help you? We have to teach our kids that, because some of them are coming from environments that they don't know how to act or conduct themselves. And you can't be afraid of them. You got to build relationships with them to where they'll jump over the dang roof or run through a wall for you, because it's hard to disrespect somebody that you have a relationship with.
That's so
trust
true.
in relationships.
Yeah.
You gotta go in there with a little finesse with your teachers. You can't be in there hard all the time, Uncle Neely. You gotta go in there. Hey, how you doing, Miss Beecham? Hey,
yeah. And then he comes back to me, Coach, you know that stuff you told me to tell her? Man, that worked. I'm like, yeah, I've been doing it a long time, bro.
Yeah. They treat you totally different then, you know? Yeah. Man, come on, man. Shout out to all my teachers back in the day.
When Chico, we were coming up in West Jackson, we used to tell the ladies, don't look at Mike eyes. He hypnotized with them hazel eyes. You got
Oh, he got hazel eyes. Hey, let me tell you about them hazel eyes. I had a teammate. It looked like John Coffey one time, right? He came in there mad one day, right? What's wrong, Big J? What's wrong, Big J? Oh, I don't like that dude with them khaki eyes. I said, khaki eyes? I've never heard him called khaki eyes.
Wow.
But shouts out to you, though, Coach.
Mike, the people want the book, man. Where can they get the book?
Get it?
So it's in the last stages of getting the edits done with the publisher. Okay. I promise you, as soon as they give me the link, I'm going to drop it with you guys. Mm-hmm. And this book can help parents, coaches, players. Not only do I critique the system, I give some solutions in that system, which you'll be hearing from the organization that I'm starting, the LifeShip Institute. And I don't know if you watched any of my videos, but I talk about what a LifeShip is, and they can follow me on TikTok at Dr. Malcolm Jones. That's right. The second cheated. But I have a framework that's going to develop players beyond the game. In every way, identity, character, future-ready skills. We'll be taking this program into schools all across the country. We're going to set the national standard for player development beyond the game.
Say that again.
And look, this is real simple, y'all, to keep up with him. I'm going to go with his Instagram handle, Cheated the Book. CHEATED, the book. Cheated the Book. He's always dropping little video nuggets, spitting that game, letting y'all know what the game behind the game is. So not only can you find him on his TikTok, at Dr. Malcolm Jones II Cheated, you can get him on Instagram at Cheated the Book. And when the book dropped, we're going to have a link here for him, man.
That's right.
Yeah, and Chris, and I always have to pay homage to my pops, man. I say at this point in life, man, everything he told me was right. I'm talking about 100%. I wish I would have listened. Kids out there, if they're listening, heck, listen to your parents. And, they always ask me, why you put that second on the end of your name? you need to know I had a daddy. And the only reason that I'm standing before you is because of him.
Man,
Leave
look,
him on that.
you know
that
how I felt and feel about Pops, man. That was my dog. Matter of fact, I thought about that joker a couple weeks ago because he gave me some advice that I didn't do. And I said, damn. And I got mad at him. He told
Yes,
me,
sir.
you know how you had your air conditioning unit, Chico, your compressor outside?
Mm-hmm.
He said, hey, man, I got this house. He said, hey, man, you want to move that before you even close this deal, move that to the back. I said, why? He said, it's taking up space on the side of the house. You never know, you might need to pull a car around back, move something around back. It's too close to your fence. You're eating up your yard. Ain't nobody saying, man, ain't going on. Man, fast forward about 18 years. I said, damn.
Now you need to move the car up some. Damn.
Shout out to the original Malcolm Jones, man, holding it down, teaching.
Well, it's good to meet you, Doc, and can't wait for the book to come out. We're gonna put it in the links below and put it down there in the ticker also where people can find it. So we appreciate you. We want to leave them with anything before we get up out of here?
Hey man, win your life ship. You only got one, and don't cheat yourself.
That's a selling game, there, Chico.
Write that down and hit them with that right there. We want to hit you with an applause also and say thank you for coming, blessing us with all the gems. And we can't wait to get the book to sit down and read it. And you need to make an audio book too. That'd be dope.
Oh, I am. I definitely am. Hey, one step at a time. I'm definitely gonna do that, man. And hopefully you guys will have me back. We have to make sure that our kids and our parents are aware of this type of information, man.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely.
I'm gonna tell you,
it definitely can help.
Like I told you in 1989, when I left you behind the Jim Hill High School, I said nothing else. Just shut up in the model, you pretty mother.
We can't leave Doc with that, man. God, goodness gracious.
Wow.
Appreciate you, Doc. Hey, Doc. You know what I do on Prime Parents? What's that? You are definitely one. We say give a shout out to all your people, your folks, anybody that's watching that should be watching.
Hey,
that
my
might
mom,
not be watching.
my sister, my two best friends, Kwasi Dante, all of my people that support me, man, and that pour into me as well. Everybody has to have a village. I'm only successful because of the people that pour into me.
That's right.
And let me tell you this, dog. All praise to your dad. I love, but behind every good dad is a good mama. Miss Angie didn't play, man. Shout out to Miss Jones.
No, I didn't have a soft place to lay now.
No.
So, she was not affectionate, and she didn't play the radio with me.
You didn't play the radio.
Shout out to Miss Jones.
And I appreciate it.
Yes,
yes, sir, man. We're gonna have you back on in the future to talk not just your book, but sports as well, because Chico think he know everything and don't know nothing. But man, it's been a pleasure to have you on today, brother.
Hey, same here, brother. Thank you.
Sir. Thank you once again, Doc. All right.
Dr. Malcolm Jones, Mike, as we call him in the hood. When the book drops, we're going to have a link out there, but y'all stay ready for Cheated, the book. Y'all can follow him on the gram as well as TikTok, where he does kind of little miniature TED Talks to the people. Gives you little nuggets you can chew on.
Dope, too. Y'all go check them out. TikTok and Instagram and everywhere else. Y'all stay tuned for the book. We will have all the links and everything that you need to find it right here on the Pregame Network, The Morning Run, Big Dog Chico, Uncle Neely. UNK Chico, y'all can follow us also. Also, make sure you go to the website, unclechico.myshopify.com, and go get you some merch. Whatever merch you like, it's there for you. And we have more coming also. Shouts out to our sponsors, Miss Denise Smith, for one, State Farm agent out there where you can go check out her new website at DeniseSmithInsurance.com. That is DeniseSmithInsurance.com, if I can get it out. You feel me? And if you can get it out or get it up or whatever it is, you can go to the Boulder Broker right there on campus at CU in Boulder, Colorado, where everybody's getting busy. Go to theboulderbroker.com to schedule your room and your stay at the Boulder Broker. Make sure you tell them that Uncle Neely sent you for 20% off at checkout. You understand me? Cheer. What you laughing at, dog? You always laughing at stuff.
You said it to get busy. Like,
you gotta do some work.
Why they can't just come for a state, man. You know, why they gotta be checking it?
When you
And
in
then they
Boulder,
gonna
you get
use my
busy.
name, you get busy. Hey, y'all got an hourly rate on the needle sitting. I'm just here to get busy.
Well, other things going on, in the news. I guess we could talk about answer some
Go to the
questions
news.
in the chat. Y'all
Go
got
to
questions in the
the news.
chat?
Who is this dumb mofo right here?
What? Hold
This
up.
clown Uncle Neely doesn't even support the Memphis Tigers. I didn't go to Memphis. what are you talking about? I went to Jackson State and I put my 1877 year donation up against whoever the hell you went to. Talking about did I go to Memphis? I'm not from Memphis. I didn't go to it was Memphis State when I would have went, but I ain't go to the University of Memphis. Shout out to Coach Huff, who we're gonna have on the show, the new head coach up there in Memphis. Working on getting that schedule, but I don't know. I shoot again.
Pew, pew, you missed.
Ain't no like a dumbass hater. Like he got all that courage up to type this.
Like the dumbass wrong shit. Like, damn, dog, you can't even get it right. Well, he don't support Memphis.
The Memphis Tigers.
Chico don't support the Montreal Expos. Like what? Nigga ain't got no connection to the Montreal Expos. Dog. What y'all talking about?
He that joke on Harlan Knights that was shooting that single shot. God. Oh. Don't you shoot that little
Stop shooting that little shit. Man.
I know he is. He like the people shooting they watch the whole spring game, all the excellent big dog coverage. They gonna say, "Oh yeah, but I seen them coming out the tunnel. They look small."
Oh my gosh! I had to make a quick little video on that one.
How big a quarterback supposed to be, Chico?
I have no idea. Like people talked about, the team looks small. Then they compare it to a high school team. This, that, and other. I got some pictures I could put up here too, man. Which is just wild to me, Unc, that they'll try to make a full observation of a full football team based off of the guys coming out early for warm-ups. And that's usually the specialists, quarterbacks, and
what position group that is. Like
that's
I seen somebody comment, and let me say this: the wide receiver JoJo, hell, he my height.
Yeah, right.
He's walking out.
He ain't no small guy.
Now, what are y'all talking about? I don't get it.
Man, these people crazy. But somebody did clap back on Twitter, and I really like how
right here because I ain't got time today. I don't lose no weight because your bitch ass mama feed me every day. How about that? Keep shooting. I love it. I'm heading to your mama house when I leave here.
Lord have mercy, as my mom would say. Shout out to Marzelli, who said who responded back to some of these critics online, right? He exposed the average size of player Colorado versus Oregon, and Grunk gave him that. I hope I'm saying that right. Grunk gave him that, right? Which is really comparable. But then you talk about the NIL budget, and you'll see that Oregon has a significant advantage there. But then he went on to say, make it make sense. So Oregon probably has won more national championships with all that size and money, right? And we, of course, know the answer to that. So appreciate him for tweeting that and putting it all in perspective. But once again, dog, if you really look at it and you know football, you know that the specialists and the quarterback and some of the smaller players on the team come out there, the returners, kick returners. What you expecting? A 6'5", 300-pound kick returner? Or quarterback, or snapper, or what? So it's just all out of context and crazy perspective how they're going to look at that and try to say that they're too small. I think that's just clickbait stuff, and that's what people do nowadays. They'll try to clickbait each and every damn thing, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, and it's just amazing how ignorance will make it around the world 3 times before truth will leave the house because y'all are attracted to BS. So you need to look in the mirror.
Yes. We come on here and give you guys great content and gems on this show. We try to, at least, in between all the other stuff that we actually do. And that's what y'all want to ask us about. You know what I mean? Which is fine. We'll get to them. Whatever questions, comments y'all have, we would like to address them. So there you go. But just know that, what we doing over here We're trying to give you guys some good veggies, some good meat, some good protein, and a good full meal of something that's going to actually help you guys. We're trying to do what Cheated, the book, is telling you about. You know, we're trying to give you guys some life skills because the show is not going to last forever. So outside of this show, we're trying to give you guys something y'all can leave with and live with. Easy. Who else is doing that? Nobody with your face ass.
With your face ass.
Don't go out to Uncle unless you want to get hit in the mouth, Debbie Garcia said.
Better believe that.
Crazy part is Sweet Wine is right there in the video. He's 6'3", shaking my head.
Like dog, like they just make up stuff, man. Not to mention, Chico, you in the film game. Like you've been out there with cameras before, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all know it or not, but a cell phone camera don't give you depth and perspective.
And it can make you look slimmer too if you hold something a certain way. My kids always tell me that, man, your hair look like this big when you hold the camera like. So I got to hold it horizontally so that at least mine look a little bit.
You can take it on the filters.
And then filters too, though.
When you send them D pics,
send them eggplant pics. You send them back with a little shrimp emoji. You're like, whoa, hold up.
Oh,
yeah.
Man. Hey, did we take that C Maven super? I thought I saw a super pop up. Did we take care of that? There you go.
Yeah, that was a comment for Doc. I think I put it on the screen.
No, you did have it on the screen. I just wanted to make sure we get it read for him. C Maven, $14 super. We appreciate that. Doc, meaning Malcolm Jones was just on. You are a co-creator of your destiny. Chico moved it off, so he had to finish it.
My bad.
Every act of discipline and persistence helps shape the path ahead, step by step, through courage and consistent. That word, Chico.
Consistent. Courage and what? Consistent.
Yeah, that word.
Damn right. Got to be consistent. Consistency wins.
I love it too, Debbie Garcia. Sometimes I don't have time, but they caught me today. Like I just, I'm back in the crib, back home in the dirty, back at the home studio. Come for the king, best not miss. That's what Omar said on the Wild. Like I do a whole show going back and forth with
people. It love it, huh?
Hey, you know what I should ask Mike? True story. I'm gonna clip this and send it to him. Once upon a time, I was at Jack State. He was at Alcorn, and he called me up. And instead of saying, "What's up, homeboy? How you doing?" he just throw out a mama joke or something, Chico. And I spend the next 5 minutes just going in. And then he'd get off the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Well, fast forward, it's like Christmas break or spring break, and we all back in Jackson hooking up. And I said, man, why do you do that when you know what's going to happen? He said, man, I remember your jokes, so I can use them on jokers down here. So I be calling you to get some info.
Got you ghostwriting for him. You didn't even know it. That's crazy. All right, this is what I wanted to do. I want to pull up the roster, the current roster for the Colorado Buffaloes, and just look at some size and weight of some players that wasn't able to run out, that they didn't see running out, obviously, or they probably wouldn't have made posts like they did.
Get him the facts.
Shout out to big Chauncey Gooden, 6'3", 380. At least that's what he's listed at. I know he lost some weight, but that's a huge brother right there. Andre Roy, 6'6", 295. Larry Johnson, big Larry Johnson is what they call him, 6'7", 350. Big Taj White out of New Jersey. Shout out to Brick City, 6'5", 310. Bo Hewley out of Georgia, 6'7", 295. He's about 305 now, from what I've seen and heard. Philip Houston, O-line, 6'5", 280. Leon Bell, 6'8", 330. You saw him standing beside Coach Carl Reed on the picture. What? Made Coach Carl Reed look like a little minion or something standing next to that man. 6'8", 330 out of Dickinson, Texas. Demetrius Hunter, 6'2", 310. Yaya Atia, 6'4", 340. Sean Kinney, 6'2", 305. Point is, should I keep going? Ben Gooley, 6'5", 285. Javon McFadden, 6'3", 295. Xavier Payne, 6'7", 320. Jose Soto, if you get it, if you understand, put a W in the chat or something. Jose Soto, 6'3", 310. Javen Richardson, 6'6", 315. Hudson Steber, 6'3", 270. Let me see. That's Leonga. Let me go up to the other D lineman. An edge rusher, 6'3", 260 for Vili Tofua. Lamont Lester, 6'2", 230. Tamu Tomanu Pepe, 6'3", 375. 6'3", 375. That's a huge human being right there, dog. Tyler
Well,
Moore.
in essence, Chico, you're big where you're supposed to be big.
Exactly.
And then let's also consider whatever screenshot someone was addressing when they put out this BS. Not only does it factually not line up with say Juju and JoJo who were standing there. Have y'all seen Trackhawk play?
Lord have mercy. Cedric Smith. I'm gonna keep going real quick. 320, 6'4", 320. Big Josiah Manu, 6'5", 295. Santana Hopper, 6'2", 265. I think he's 285 actually. Ezra Christensen, 6'2", 285. Dylan Manuel, 6'1", 300. Domata Pecco Jr., 6'4", 235. Caden Salter and Quincy Wiggins and Manny Ezioku and Toby Anene and Bala Sama Kamara and so on. You got guys, you got size, you got everything you need on this football team, Big Man. Y'all worried about what y'all saw running out early for a spring game. Unbelievable. The Buffs are too small.
That's a lie.
Appreciate that time. That's all I needed. Just a few minutes of your time.
Hey man,
I ain't lying.
I'm taking Q for 6 and Trackhawk, no matter how y'all describe it.
Mm-hmm. Whatever you want to call it. But if you want to go check out the game, you want to go check out our coverage, you can. Everything is live on the Pregame Network. Go check that out. All you got to do is just type in Colorado Buff Spring Game, and you will see our coverage from the game, from pregame and so on. Just go check it out when you get a chance. You understand me? You want to leave them with something before we get up out of here?
Yeah, somebody said Q for 6 is tiny, and Q for 6 is also the number one receiver out of the big state of Texas. I take him.
He's good.
I take him.
Number one receiver out of the big state of Texas.
Yeah,
Juju with the scramble.
I take they run right there. I take it.
Mm-hmm.
Number one quarterback out of Georgia, number one in the nation. I take it.
You ain't lying. So, hey, man, whatever y'all got problems with, go handle it with yourself. Then come back and see us tomorrow. Go take 2, then see us on Wednesday. How about that? And let us know what you think.
I like that one, Chico. Hey, Wednesday, Chico. On Wednesday, Chico. We got the new AD joining us live. Colorado's athletic director will be on the program for the hour, so y'all get ready to be engaged, get ready to be informed as AD Lovo comes on the show. TMR
comes on the show. TMR live to Wednesday with the AD. Man, nobody.
Tell him Keith Sweat. I mean, no, you did.
That's Nate Dogg.
Yeah, I thought it was nobody who can have the guess we have. Nobody.
I'll do Keith Sweat part. You do cut close part. All right.
No. Hey, like with Depot, Pop. You want some too, old man?
No. Real quick before I go, my cousin told me one time who we have to have on the show too, because he has a book called Numbers Don't Lie. Shout out to my cousin D West, attorney D West, and everything else. But he once said, "Hey man, we were in the Atlanta airport, and my wife sees Keith Sweat and go up to him and ask him for a damn autograph. And at first he was stiff arming her, and then he saw her. He was like, "Oh damn." He see me standing over there. He saw her though. He was like, "Oh damn, my bad, baby." And gave. He said he had to go step in. He was like, I could let her keep looking at Keith Sweat eyes.
I have to tell you, that's what he's talking about. Mike, he gonna hypnotize you, girl. Don't look at
babies been made on Keith Sweat music. Lord have mercy. All right, guys. We thank y'all for joining us. Y'all know what it is. The Morning Run, TMR Live. Chico, the biggest and the baddest. Got a t-shirt coming like that too. The biggest and the baddest. What's up, Unc?
AD coming on Wednesday.
AD's coming on Wednesday. Y'all make sure y'all tune in for that.
No, I'm just saying,
Fernando
Chico,
Lobo.
like, there's a lot of haters out there. What they gonna say? What they gonna say now?
Why the hell are AD going on there talking to those guys? They're just,
I mean, we ain't got no influence. We nobodies, and
yeah. But we got the AD coming on. We had the previous AD come on.
Yeah,
had Rick George come on.
Rick George already been on.
And the first thing he said was, "Hey man, I scheduled my day around this. I was waiting to come on. I hit y'all up, basically.
Yeah, I watch y'all. What's up?
I watch y'all.
What's up with
What's happening?" When you have Coach Dre come on and say Chico don't know what the hell he talking about, all that says to me is he watches us.
That's a good point, Chico.
Yeah, I can improve. I can get better. The point is they're watching.
I like that speed you put on there.
I have no problem with that, dog. Shoot.
Hey, and turn the notification bells on, because right now we're Monday, Wednesday, and Friday until we get back to August and go back to 5 days a week. But stuff be popping off now, so I turn the notification bells on.
We will be talking about the Cleveland Browns. I see it in the chat right there. We will be talking about the Cleveland Browns. Shedeur Sanders a lot more. We got the NBA playoffs coming up. Got the NFL draft coming up. And a whole bunch of scouting info and things of that nature. Hey, so much stuff that's going on that we're going to have y'all covered and give y'all some insight with and exclusives right here, the Morning Run Live. Let's go. Anything else on before we go? Or just get up out of here?
Let's get up out of here, dog.
Peace in the Middle East. Y'all go get that book. As soon as it comes out, we'll have the link for you. You understand me? I should have cheated.
Go Cleveland story.
It's prime energy for you haters in the back. Appreciate everybody that support us. Y'all know what to do. Go to the website.
Chico got mad at me earlier today about that thumbnail. Chico cussed me out. Chico did a Coach Prime. He cussed me out without cussing.
What did Coach Prime tell you when you went up to him at the spring game?
Oh, dog, come on, dog. Just practice, dog. We don't do that right now. Hey, Chico walked up. I said, Coach. He said, yeah, what you got, baby? I said, this like on the script, this halftime right now, huh? And I ain't even get the next part. He's like, hey, dog, come on. Dog, just practice.
I got you in a minute, dog. We'll leave y'all with a little clip of this.
Get tight. Remember what was said, guys. Do you really believe in you? If you believe in you, you go out and show it. Represent that name on the front and represent that name on the back. And give the glory to the Lord up top. Let's do it. Let's have a good time. I want you guys to enjoy it. Enjoy it. I want you to compete, but I want you to enjoy it, all right? Let's play hard, let's play tough, let's play physical, and let's play fast. Break it down on Juju.
Here we go, y'all boys. And let's be safe, y'all boys. Let's be smart. Hey, family on 3, family on 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
If you walk, you're wrong. Let's go.
You walk.